All right, let's get to the big story. Roman Reigns issued a statement saying that he doesn't even know the person that's claiming they gave him steroids. Let me see if I can bring this damn article up here. It says Roman Reigns has issued a statement regarding recent allegations made against him by Miami gym owner Richard Rodriguez. Rodriguez was arrested last February as part of a $10 million steroid distribution ring under the name Wellness Fitness Nutrition. Rodriguez is alleged to have distributed steroids to several celebrity clients, one of whom he claims is Roman Reigns. Rodriguez made the allegations last week in a YouTube post. Roman Reigns' statement. Reigns issued the following statement to ESPN yesterday on the matter. I've never heard of Richard Rodriguez or Wellness Fitness Nutrition. I learned from the mistake I made nearly 2 years ago and paid the penalty for it. Since then, I've passed 11 tests as part of WWE's independent drug testing program. Reigns had been suspended for 30 days in June of 2016 for failing the wellness policy drug test. Well, it doesn't look good. I'll tell you that much. I have to kind of go with Reigns on this one if he's continuing to pass these drug tests. Although you know that there are ways around them. But I'm going to go ahead and side with Reigns on this one. For the simple fact that he says he doesn't even know this guy. And he's never, he doesn't know anything about that gym. Roman Reigns haters are excited and happy and hoping that something comes out of this story so he can get suspended. Especially with the Royal Rumble coming up. I know how you guys think. You're just hoping and praying and hoping that Reigns goes down. And I will guarantee you will not have to see Reigns in the Royal Rumble. I don't understand all the hate towards Reigns. I say it all the time. It's not as if Reigns is the worst wrestler in the world. You guys just hate just to be hating a lot of times. Mark Henry says he is not retired. What else we got? Bret Hart won't be appearing on the Raw, the 25th anniversary. EC3 was spotted at the Performance Center, the WWE Performance Center. Let me read this article. It says, big name spotted at WWE Performance Center this week. The following article may contain spoiler. Anyway, you've already been spoiled anyway, so to hell with you people. I'm going to read the damn article. It says, WWE welcomed several new talents to the Performance Center this week in Orlando, including Ricochet, Tag Team War Machine, and Candice LeRae. As it turns out, another free agent has been spotted at the Performance Center after wrapping up nearly a 5-year run with Impact Wrestling. Former Impact World Champion Ethan Carter III, also known as Michael Hutter, was at the WWE Performance Center in Orlando this week. PWI Insider reports that EC3's contract was initially set to expire closer to the summer, but he was granted an early release and is now an unrestricted free agent, able to work anywhere. EC3 and WWE. Can you imagine? I like EC3. For those of you that watch TNA, you would know that he carried the show through his worst times. Him, Bobby Lashley. With the Royal Rumble coming up in less than 2 weeks, the Rumble match will be an opportune time for EC3 to make his return to WWE, fueling speculation that he could make a surprise appearance in the Rumble. EC3 has been pulled from an independent show that takes place on Sunday, January the 28th. So he's been pulled from this independent show. So they're saying that maybe, just maybe, EC3 will make his entrance at the Royal Rumble. I think that would be cool. I think he should get the AJ Styles treatment. I don't think he should be sent to NXT, especially where the WWE is right now. They're looking for the next big guy, and I think that EC3 should be pushed straight. You know, he doesn't need NXT, and especially, you know, not to knock NXT or anything like that, but they're not. When these wrestlers go to NXT, they're not actually using them the same way when they get called up anyway. I'm not knocking the process. I understand what NXT is and what it's supposed to be. However, I don't feel like they're making the most of these guys when they come up, because what it feels like to me, and maybe I'm wrong, maybe someone can correct me, maybe I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. You know, a lot of you wrestling smarks out there, you got the answer to everything. But I personally feel as if Triple H, as William Regal would say, Triple H is, you can feel his presence down in NXT. And then when they get called up to the main roster, it's in the hands of Vinnie Mac. And Vinnie Mac has a fetish for big dudes, big muscular dudes, you know, and weird, corny storylines and gimmicks. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. Like, for example, I don't know if it's Matt Hardy doing it or if it's creative doing it, but the broken gimmick, now the woken gimmick, has him laughing uncontrollably, which, a little too much. I like the laugh, they just need to cut it down a little bit. You know? But I say, take EC3, give him a main roster spot, especially on SmackDown, man. They could really use him on SmackDown right now. That would be dope. Raw has Reigns and Rollins and Ambrose and Strowman, even Lesnar, you know, from time to time. I feel like he would be a really big asset to SmackDown. I feel like he would really fit in nicely there with Bobby Roode and AJ Styles. Call SmackDown TNA. Why not, man? Why not? You know, a better version of TNA. Why not? Let's see. AJ Styles used the Stone Cold Stunner at a live show. Let's see. Okay, so anyway, Hogan is under the impression that Triple H wants him back. Let me see if I can pull this up. WWE Hall of Famer Hulk Hogan was interviewed by Dan Gelson of the Associated Press this week and confirmed that he is not planning to be in attendance. That he is not planning to be in attendance for Monday's big Raw 25th anniversary special. Even though he won't be there in person, Hogan says he'll be there in spirit. Because Hulkamania inspired every legend we'll see at Raw 25, including Vince McMahon. Damn it. I like that. Okay. Hogan's bio is still gone from WWE.com after his summer 2015 release from the company due to the fallout from his sex tape and racism scandal. What you gonna do, brother, when racism runs wild on you? He's been on the outside of the WWE universe, looking in for nearly 3 years now, but will return in a heartbeat if he got the call. Let me see. Hogan, brother. He says, I'm 64 years old right now. I could go out and tear WrestleMania down. He said, I might have that one more match where I really beat the hell out of Vince. I've still got one in me. Oh, he wants to fight Vince McMahon. Brother. Hogan's ready to return. Our WWE, and more importantly, their sponsors ready for Hogan. Yeah, man. Nobody's really thinking about Hogan and the dumb stuff that he said. No one's really caring, I don't think. It's not like black people. Well, I'm a black dude. I don't think black people are sitting around worried about Hulk Hogan like that. Let the man come back. Who cares? You know what I mean? It's you know, no one cares. Black Lives Matter isn't rallying around the Staples Center if Hogan returns. You know what I mean? I just use the Staples Center as a, you know. Let me read more. It says, I don't know if they want me back, Hogan admitted. I think the fans want me back. I think that I am part of that company from the ground up. Triple H know he is Triple H I know is a huge fan of the guys. Let me see, wait a minute. My phone keeps going out here. That gave their blood, sweat, and tears and their personal life to make this happen. He added, I know Triple H would love to see me back on the inside again. So he's trying to use Triple H to get back in. So Triple H is the door, man. Triple H is the door to get to Vince. And everyone's trying to use that door. Everyone except CM Punk. Who, every time I see an old CM Punk interview, article, video, it makes me so sad to know that career is being wasted, man. It could be so great right now. Can you imagine some of the promos this guy could cut, like him and The Miz going back and forth? How much inside information they would just drop right in front of everyone. Because The Miz is awesome, by the way. He is the best since Ric Flair. In my opinion, man, I don't know any other bad guy that cuts a promo like The Miz. Let's see. Let's read a little bit more here. It says, at this time, WWE remains committed to its decision, with a WWE return seemingly not in the cards. Hogan has expressed interest in working with the Bullet Club in New Japan. Why not? Can you imagine Hogan in the Bullet Club? Brother, too sweet. Too sweet, me brother. Biggest pythons. Could we see Hogan don the black and white once again and stand beside the likes of Cody Rhodes, Kenny Omega, and the Young Bucks? I'm about ready to jump on a plane and fly to Japan and get involved with that Bullet Club. Wow. I'm so excited about those kids, Hogan said. Other topics discussed include Hogan's beach shops in Florida and why he'll never do reality television again. A little bit too late for that, Hogan. But anyway. Hogan's coming back to WWE eventually. I just don't let the man die before you bring him back. Hogan in New Japan. Hogan in New Japan that's crazy. That's going to be crazy. WWE, I'm not saying New Japan is going to take over wrestling for good or anything like that. WWE needs to be paying attention to what's going on in New Japan. In my opinion. Maybe, again, you wrestling smarts out there, better than me. But, brother Hogan going to New Japan to promote the Bullet Club. You have your new WCW right here. New Japan is becoming so big right now. You're going to start seeing people walk away from WWE and fly over to Japan. I'm telling you, it's coming. It's already here, but it's really coming. Look at what Cody Rhodes did with his career, man. Cody Rhodes was done. Cody Rhodes was dead in water in the WWE. This man is the man now. He did that on his own independently with his character. WWE needs to get it together, man. Oh, I'm telling you. Hogan going to New Japan would be huge. Joining the Bullet Club would be Can you imagine how many more viewers, how many more subscribers New Japan will pick up? And maybe WWE doesn't care. Because they probably don't see New Japan as real competition. And I can understand that because it's in Japan. As long as it's not here in the States, they're probably not so worried. But you could start losing some of your main stars, man. Especially those who are tired of having to play a certain storyline. Like imagine losing, well, it's not going to happen, but imagine losing Roman Reigns. He goes to New Japan. And then he could really play his character out the way he wants to, Just look at what they were able to do with Kenny Omega and Chris Jericho. Now imagine Hogan there. Just the fact that Hulk-Hogan is there You're going to get media from everywhere, man, covering New Japan, covering the Bullet Club. These guys are going to feel like they don't need WWE the same way a lot of these singers feel like they don't need record labels anymore because of streaming, because of YouTube, because of SoundCloud. You understand? Just something to think about, man. I think that Hogan and Bullet Club is big news, man. And if WWE don't bring them back soon, guess what? We're going to be hearing that music kick in New Japan. And it's going to be a big deal. I can see him being in New Japan, maybe have a 2-3 year run. Can you imagine Hulk Hogan at Wrestle Kingdom 13? Hogan versus, I don't know, Jericho. Can you imagine Hogan versus Jericho, Wrestle Kingdom 13? Imagine it. It could happen. We're in the space in wrestling now where this could actually happen. Just something to think about. This is a Sports Unmasked, Wrestling Unmasked show. Wrestling show for Sports Unmasked. www.sportsunmasked.com. Just wanted to do a quick rundown of what's going on in WWE. Next week, we're going to go full blast Sports Unmasked and Wrestling Unmasked. All right. Again, the website is sportsunmasked.com. Stay tuned because there's a lot of things going on in sports and a lot of things going on in professional wrestling. And I'm going to be right here to break it all down for you. Till next time. Peace.